lot of people might have heard us speak about the LWRP. And everybody, you talk about these acronyms all the time, but the LWRP is the Local Waterfront Revitalization Plan. We got a grant from the state to do a plan to submit to the state for approval. And what that is, and the reason why it's come to being, is because the Cadetta Creek was designated as one of the inland waterways that's listed in New York State that's eligible for this type of funding. And what happens is we have to, over the course of the next year, 10 months, we have to put together a local waterfront revitalization plan, which is actually a plan for the redevelopment of all of the neighborhoods that have any proximity whatsoever to the Cadetta Creek. So as you can see from this map, it covers more than 50% of the neighborhoods in Gloversville. So what we are going to do is we're going to take the entire area of the creek and all of the neighborhoods, even several blocks away from the creek, and several blocks away from the Mico Creek that come from West Mill into it, because that's also included out to the western part of the city. So you're looking at where the creek crosses 11th Avenue, way up in the north end of the city. That's where Kingsborough School is. That's where that awful eyesore is across the street from the school. Similarly, the area around Lincoln Street, that's an area of interest because the creek crosses that, and it has buildings that are very deteriorated and they're eyesores, yet it has good neighborhoods around it. Then, as you go further south, the creek goes right through Trail Station Park. This is the closest point to downtown. So we have Trail Station Park where all kinds of events take place. That's where we're putting the spray park, hopefully next summer. And we want to link that more closely to the downtown. As you go south, you come to the area near Myers Park, where the rail trail goes right near Myers Park, where Independent Leather used to be. That's another area of interest. And as you go down, the Cadetta Creek comes very close to what is now Parkhurst Field. So what we want to do is we want to get as much, over the next several months, as much public input on what the residents of these neighborhoods, the residents of the city of Gloversville want to see in these locations. And maybe they would suggest other locations that are of interest. So our first public meeting will be on the 23rd of October at the public library. And it is going to be held from 3 to 7 p.m. We want as many people to come in as possible. It's not going to be a boring lecture. You're not going to have to sit down and listen to people talk. You can come in and leave anytime. You can ask questions. There will be people there to ask questions. There will be several easels about these points of interest along the stream. And you'll be able to put your input into it. You'll be able to write down what you want to see in those places, what you think that those places would be best as in the future. We're finally able to put ourselves in a position where we can attract major funding to take away the things that have always kept us behind. The brownfields, the industrial sites, the vacant buildings, the things that have always kept us from becoming the city that we always wanted to be. A place that we can be proud of, a place that will attract new residents. I really think that this is a great opportunity, and I really encourage as much public input as possible because we want to know what the citizens want to see in these places.